Despite providing the ideal blend of charming villages, expansive green landscapes, and gorgeous beaches, northern Spain is still an overlooked travel destination. If it isn't already, put it on your Spain bucket list right away. Here are some fantastic tourist destinations in northern Spain that are sure to make you smile. As evidence, travel advice for northern Spain: is northern Spain worth a visit? For what is it known? You'll adore northern Spain if you enjoy the combination of pristine ocean beaches, tranquil fishing villages, ancient cities, and enormous green spaces. It's a fantastic region where you can reconnect with nature, indulge in delectable cuisine, see fascinating man-made sights, and learn about Spain in a distinctive way. Time of visit to northern Spain. Early summer and late spring are the best times of year to visit northern Spain in terms of weather and crowds. It gets really dark very late, so you can truly make the most of every day. I was there in late June and absolutely enjoyed it. What should be your basis? When visiting northern Spain, there are numerous itineraries that you can choose from. There is a lot of distance to traverse if you wish to tour numerous locations, as I did, so you should journey from one location to another. Set up shop in one location if you wish to concentrate on a particular area. When you go by automobile, you may take advantage of the outstanding rural lodgings northern Spain has to offer without having to stay in a large metropolis. Start by marking all the places you want to visit on a map and see where it makes sense to base yourself, because the options are endless. Sites to visit in the Basque Country region of northern Spain. San Sebastian. San Sebastian is without a doubt one of the nicest destinations to visit in northern Spain, since it has one of the most picturesque beaches in all of Spain, breathtaking viewing points, and a lovely ancient town. San Sebastian is worth at least 24 to 48 hours of your time, and it makes a terrific home base for touring the Basque Country. In addition to its attraction and beauty, it is a major gourmet destination. You'll be happy to know that this city is home to an astounding amount of Michelin-starred restaurants if you're a die-hard eater. San Sebastian is home to some of Spain's top pinxo establishments because it is where the pinxo was first created. What are those specifically? They are a common tapas, snack, or mini meal in northern Spain that are made of a slice of bread and various toppings. You can take a guided food tour or design your own because there are so many pinxo bars in the old town. Visit La Vire as well, the eatery that created the creamiest and greatest cheesecake on earth. Take the funicular to get to Monte Igeldo Lookout Point, overlooking La Concha Beach. Wander through the old town and see the San Sebastian Cathedral. Take a Basque history bike tour. Visit the San Telmo Museum. Take a tour of a traditional cider house. Take a day tour to the town of Hondarribia and other nearby fishing towns. How much time to spend there? 1 minus 2 days. Where to stay? After spending the day in the city, I actually stayed at a cozy rural accommodation called Alascogagoicoa in a nearby village called Ea. You can browse its latest prices or find plenty of highly rated accommodations in San Sebastian itself, like Aduxer Rooms and Aldemar, La Concha Beach, San Juan de Gaztelugatx. One of the best things to do in northern Spain is to visit San Juan de Gaztelugatx, an islet on the Basque coast. It's connected to the mainland by a bridge, and a small church dating from the 10th century stands on top of it. You can have a full view of it from the parking lot, but if you want to get to the islet itself, you'll need to walk down the road and climb over 200 steps. Fun fact, scenes for the 7th season of Game of Thrones were shot in San Juan de Gaztelugatx. You can even take a Game of Thrones guided tour from the city of Bilbao. How much time to spend there? A couple of hours. San Juan de Gaztelugatx, Bilbao. If you're an architecture and culture lover, the unique city of Bilbao is for you. With its unique structure, its most famous highlight is, of course, the Guggenheim Museum of Art, but there's so much more to it. Architecture fans will love beautiful buildings like the Arriaga Theatre, Chevry Palace, and Basilica de Bigona, while culture lovers will enjoy the Bilbao Fine Arts Museum, it's his museum, and the iconic Guggenheim Museum. Whether you have a few hours or a weekend in Bilbao, you can also wander through the Casco Viejo, relax in Dona Castle de Idarazar Park, and explore Mercado de la Ribeira, Europe's largest indoor market. Other things to do in Bilbao. Take a free walking tour of Bilbao. Take a free walking tour of modernist Bilbao. Take a food tour. How much time to spend there? 1 day. Flower sculpture in Bilbao. Best places to visit in North Spain: Cantabria region. Santillana del Mar. Fun fact, Santillana del Mar is known as the town of three lies since it is neither holy, nor flat, nor is it by the sea. It is also known as one of the prettiest medieval towns in northern Spain. But pretty is an understatement, it is pure magic. The rustic stone buildings, flower-adorned balconies, and enchanting vibe make it a real must-see gem. How much time to spend there? Half a day. Where to stay? I loved staying at Hotel Los Angeles. The staff was incredibly welcoming and the hotel was very cozy and felt authentic. Browse its latest prices and availability. A higher-rated option is Posada Araceli, Santillana del Mar, COMILLAS. Even if you've never been to Barcelona, I'm quite sure you've heard about Antoni Gaudí. If you haven't, it's time to get to know the genius architecture behind some of Barcelona's most beautiful and unique buildings. Each one of them is a work of art, and I am a true fan of his. Luckily, he also scattered some of his gems outside of the Catalonia region. In the small town of Camillas, you can find El Capricho de Gaudí. It was built as a summer villa for Maximo Diaz de Quijano, a Spanish immigrant who returned to Spain after having made his fortune. During your visit, you can enjoy all areas of the building including the interior and the gardens. Even if you're not an architecture fan, give this treasure a moment of appreciation, as it is one of the most unique things to see in northern Spain. How much time to spend there? Half a day. El Capricho de Gaudí. Best of northern Spain's attractions, El Capricho de Gaudí in Camillas. San Vicente de la Barquera. Although there isn't a whole lot to do in San Vicente de la Barquera, this sleepy fishing village town is worthy of at least a coffee or lunch break. Whether you're entering San Vicente de la Barquera from the bridge on the east or walking up to the medieval San Vicente Castle and Church of Santa Maria de Los Angeles, you'll be rewarded with some remarkable views. There are also quite a few beaches nearby that you can check out, like Playa de Maron, Playa de Jera, and Playa de Oyamber. How much time to spend there? A couple of hours. San Vicente de la Barquera. Stunning places to see in northern Spain's Asturias region. Lenes. Lenes is the perfect little coastal town. Not only does it have two fantastic beaches, Sablon Beach and Puerto Chico Beach, but also an adorable port and old town with cobbled alleys and a few landmarks. It's also a great base for exploring the Picos de Europa National Park. How much time to spend there? A few hours, half a day. Playa de Gulpiyuri. Located only 100 meters from the Cantabrian Sea, Playa de Gulpiyuri is a flooded sinkhole that creates a 40-meter magical little beach. Although the water level isn't high enough to take a proper swim, it's still one of the greatest hidden gems in Spain and one of the best beaches in Asturias. Also, try to visit when the tide is high, or else the water will almost completely disappear. Getting there, navigate to Playa de Gulpiyuri, and you should be getting to a parking lot. From there, you'll see signs leading to the beach within only a few minutes. How much time to spend there? A few hours. Gulpiyuri Beach in northern Spain. Lagos de Covadonga. Located in the National Park of Picos de Europa, the beautiful lakes of Covadonga are one of the best places in northern Spain. Going up the winding road to see them, you'll need a moment to truly understand that you're not actually in Switzerland. The landscape is wide and green, the lakes are mesmerizing, and completing the scenery, cows, goats, and sheep are wandering around. Yes, I'll repeat it, it's Spain. Covadonga Lakes. Getting there, I think the easiest way to get to the lakes is by car all the way to the parking lot near the Interlagos lookout point and Bar Restaurante Ma Rosa. However, from late spring to early fall, access to the lakes by car is restricted, and you may need to use public transportation if you don't get there very early in the morning. Get all the details here. You can also visit the lakes with a guided day trip from Gijón or a day tour from Oviedo. How much time to spend there? Half a day. Where to stay near Lagos de Covadonga? If you want to wake up to magnificent views, I recommend staying at Hostel Principos, which sits on the turquoise Cares River. Browse its latest prices and availability. Another highly rated nearby option is Logas Hotel Restaurante La Casa de Juan Sabli. Covadonga Lakes in northern Spain. What to see in northern Spain? Covadonga Lakes. Oviedo. Oviedo is a city like no other. Its history, culture, gastronomy, elegance, peacefulness, and enchantment will win you over in a second, and you'll love the mix of modern and old. On the one hand, it's a great place to go shopping and feast on Michelin-starred meals. On the other hand, it has a medieval flavor, and it's home to a few UNESCO sites like the Basilica of San Julian de los Prados and the Church of Santa Maria del Naranco. On your visit, you can also admire the Catedral Metropolitana de El Salvador de Oviedo, visit the Archaeological Museum of Asturias or the Museum of Fine Arts of Asturias, and wander through the El Fontan Market. It really is one of the best cities in northern Spain, and it is one of a kind, so you should definitely put it on your itinerary. How much time to spend there? Half a day, 1 day. City of Oviedo. Cudillero. Your North Spain trip would not be complete without visiting Cudillero. It is a small, charming fisherman's village, packed with colorful houses that seem to be built one on top of the other. You don't need much more than a stroll in the village streets and a cup of coffee in front of the colorful scenery. Fun fact number 1, a legend says that Vikings were the ones to found Cudillero. Fun fact number 2, each house in the village matches the color of its owner's fishing boat. How much time to spend there? A few hours. Where to stay? I loved staying at Hotel Casona Selgas. It ticked all the boxes for me: clean, comfortable, beautiful decor, and great hosts. Read more reviews and check the latest prices. A higher rated option is Casona de la Paca, village of Cudillero from above. Luarca. Another gem that's worth visiting on Spain's northern coast is the town of Luarca. Its streets are full of old town charm and there are many cafes and traditional taverns, but the crowning glory is its beautiful big harbor. How much time to spend there? A few hours, half a day. Oesteixwa ethnographic site. The ethnographic site of Oesteixwa demonstrates the use of several hydraulic devices used by local villagers in their daily life for several centuries running. It also showcases traditional rustic stone buildings, which are my favorite kind of buildings. Unfortunately, I didn't get the chance to take a guided tour, but I am quite sure that it helps to fully learn everything there is to know about this place. How much time to spend there? A couple of hours. Where to stay near Oest Teixeira, only a few miles away. I stayed at Hotel Saint Brice. I loved its location in a quiet town, as well as its on-site restaurant, and the staff was more than welcoming. Browse the latest prices and availability here. A higher-rated option is Casas Rurales Tierra and Terramundi. Oest Teixeira, Spain. Read more about Spain. Best Spanish road trips. Long weekend breaks in Spain. Most beautiful places in northern Spain's Galicia region. Playa de las Cathedrals. Cathedrals Beach is an amazing and unique beach on the Galician coast. Its name derives from the natural architecture which was created by the Atlantic Ocean. During high tide, the waves make the beach almost completely disappear, so it is something to consider when planning a visit. When the low tide arrives, it reveals the true majestic beauty of this beach, magnificent cliffs, rocky arched formations, and hidden caves free for you to explore. Access to the beach is free, but during summer and Easter it is limited. All you need to do is make a reservation, and you are ready to go. How much time to spend there? A few hours. Cathedrals Beach, Ribera Sacra Wine Region. Probably one of the lesser-known wine regions in Spain, Ribera Sacra is located in the eastern part of Galicia in the valleys of the rivers Minho and Sil. The Romans made wine in this area more than 2,000 years ago, and monks continued to do so in the Middle Ages. Apart from driving through the beautiful vineyards, you can also check out local wineries, but be sure to contact them in advance for tours in English.